Imagine you spend 10 hours writing a complex code or editing a massive video project. You work all night. It is perfect. Then the power goes out and you realize you never hit save. That sinking feeling in your stomach. That is exactly what you are doing to your brain every single day. You sit in class for hours. You read textbooks. You watch tutorials. You put in the work. But because you don't understand how your brain's file management system works, the data is not being saved. It is sitting in your RAM, your short-term working memory, and the moment you go to sleep, your brain wipes the cache. This isn't a defect, it is a feature. Your brain is designed to forget. Think about it. In a single day, you see thousands of faces, read hundreds of signs, hear countless random conversations. If you remembered every license plate you saw in traffic, your brain would crash. It would be overwhelmed with noise. So, evolution built a ruthless deletion algorithm. It is called the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Here is the brutal math. You forget 50% of new information within 1 hour. You forget 70% within 24 hours. By the end of the week, if you haven't intervened, 90% of that effort is gone. It has been deleted to save energy. Most students try to fight this by cramming right before the exam. They try to shove the data back into RAM. It works for the test, but 2 days later, the data is corrupt again. That is not learning. That is renting information. If you want to own the information, if you want to install it permanently, so you can recall it 10 years from now, you need to hit the contumacies save button. But here is the catch. The brain doesn't have a single button. It has a combination code. You have to prove to your hippocampus that this specific piece of data is not noise. It is signal. It is necessary for survival. How do you do that? By retrieving the information right at the moment you are about to forget it. This is the protocol. It is called spaced repetition, but I call it the save button sequence. It consists of 4 specific interventions. Intervention 1, the immediate upload, 0 to 24 hours. This is where everyone fails. You finish the lecture and you close the notebook. Mistake, the signal is already fading. To hit the first key of the code, you need to review the material within the first 24 hours. But review does not mean rereading. Rereading is passive. It is useless. You must use active recall. You look at the topic, close your eyes and force your brain to reconstruct the main points from scratch. If you can't do it, you look. Then you close the book and try again. This struggle is the chemical signal that tells your brain, keep this. Intervention 2. The stabilization. Day 3. If you review on day 1, you flatten the forgetting curve. You buy yourself about 3 days of retention. So on day 3, you must trigger the data again. You will notice something strange. You will remember most of it, but some details will be fuzzy. That fuzziness is the data degrading. By actively recalling it now, you are refreshing the neural pathway. You are turning a dirt path into a paved road. Intervention 3. The consolidation. Day 7. A week has passed. This is the danger zone. If you skip this, the road gets overgrown. Test yourself again. This time, it will feel easier. The retrieval speed will be faster. This is fluency. The data is moving from the hippocampus, temporary storage, to the neocortex, permanent storage. You are literally moving the file to the hard drive. Intervention 4. The lock-in, day 30. 1 month later. If you can retrieve the information now, you own it. It is part of your long-term knowledge base. It is no longer something you studied, it is something you know. Now you are thinking, how do I track all this? Do I need a spreadsheet for every fact? No, you automate it. There is software that manages this algorithm for you. Anki is the gold standard. It is a flashcard app that handles the math. You create a card. If you get it right, it shows it to you in 4 days. If you get it wrong, it shows it to you in 10 minutes. It ensures you only review the material that is about to be deleted. This is the ultimate efficiency hack. You stop wasting time reviewing things you already know, and you focus 100% of your energy on the weak links. But maybe you hate apps. Fine. Use the Lightner box method. Get 3 shoe boxes. Box 1 is every day. Box 2 is every week. Box 3 is every month. All new cards go in box 1. You test them. If you get it right, it graduates to box 2. If you get it right next week, it moves to box 3. But if you get a card wrong, and this is the rule, it goes all the way back to box 1, even if it was in box 3. The penalty forces you to be honest. Here is why this matters. Intelligence is not fixed. Intelligence is largely a function of how much working knowledge you have access to. The person who looks like a genius is often just a person who didn't let the information dissolve. They built a library while you were building a sandcastle. Stop pouring water into a bucket with holes in it. Patch the holes. Adopt the save button sequence. It requires discipline to set up, but once it is running, studying becomes effortless because you never have to relearn the same thing twice. If you want to stop renting knowledge and start owning it, make sure you are subscribed to BrainOS. We are building the archive.